Today on the channel, we take a return visit to the Batman animated series from McFarlane Toys with the Target exclusive, Alfred.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another DC McFarlane Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we head to the Batman animated series line once again with the Target exclusive, Alfred. But for all your non-Target exclusive needs, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Everything over $79 does ship free. Gotta get a deal out there. And Alfred comes to us as a Target exclusive, and really currently the whole line's a Target exclusive. I think that is changing though. Usually Target has a lot of 30, 60, 90-day exclusivity in their contract with these manufacturers, and then it kind of goes everywhere else. And some of these have been released a time or two, things like that. But this Alfred showing up on end caps at my Targets currently, maybe yours if you're looking for it. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, see what old Alfred is up to from the old Batman animated series. Alfred looking extra dapper here. This is one of those figures you could probably squeeze into a different line. If you need a butler with somebody or something like that, you could probably get that work in there. He comes with extra hands because and a butler needs a lot of extra hands. Needs many hands, of course, and some nice silverware, things like that, plates and a little duster. He's got all kinds of stuff going on here in the accessory pool game, and I would say a lot of those accessories you can use with other toy lines if you wanted to as well, so that is pretty cool. Batman animated series right there. Let's say 12 and up. Oh, my daughter Elle is lucky. She's 12 years old. She's going to be all in on this one, or she could absolutely care less. Pick your poison out there. Alfred on the side looking good. DC Direct Alfred. And then, of course, on the back, little glamour shot. Alfred at the top there looking pretty good as well. So without further ado, see what's going on with this old McFarlane Toys Alfred. And I got one piece of tape up here. There we go. Cut through the tape. Cut through the madness. Cut through Alfred. Let's see what's going on with Alfred's card. We got to read that. I bet it's riveting. See you later. Goodbye. See what's going on here for Alfred. Oh, yeah. See you later. No rookie moves here today. No rookie moves here. See you later once again. And we got Alfred. Data file. Real name, Alfred Pennyworth. And what is your favorite Alfred? My favorite Alfred is, what was that show, Gotham? It was like a few years back. It was like Batman kind of when he was a little kid and stuff like that. But it was Gotham, and it was on Fox, I believe it was. And I actually watched all those episodes. I'm usually not a big TV guy. I'm not a big movie guy. I just don't have time, as much time as I would like, especially to devote something like that. But I enjoyed Gotham, and I love the Alfred in there. I forget the guy's name. I don't know, it'll come to me later, but he was in Dog Soldiers, one of the greatest werewolf movies of the last however many years, 30 years, we'll call it there. So that's probably my favorite Alfred, followed up by Old Man Alfred from Batman 66. He was good. He was in a lot of movies before he was Alfred. But yeah, that's where I'm going to go with my favorite Alfred. This could be somebody's favorite Alfred out there, I'm sure, but you chime in the comments down below. It does say real name, Alfred Pennyworth. That just sounds like a butler. Maybe just because I've heard it my whole life. I don't know. A former British intelligence officer, field medic, and trained Shakespearean actor turned butler, Alfred Pennyworth. What a job arc. What a story arc as a job there. Is the most loyal friend and confidant of both Bruce Wayne and Batman. And I need to get myself a butler like that. Maybe, possibly, I could get Midwest professional wrestling legend Gage Octane. Maybe he could be my butler in the future. I'd have to pay him a pretty penny, but I think he'd do a good job. He's an action figure guy. He could help manage the collection, get me some tea every once in a while when my voice starts to go. We'll see. I'll run that by old Gage Octane, and we'll see what ends up happening there. But there's old Alfred right there in the plastic prison looking good. Alfred all ready to go, all ready to do butler duties is what he's ready to do here. Plenty of stuff going on, but plenty of twist ties. Of course there are, Todd, and once again, Todd McFarlane always comes over when I do a McFarlane Toys review here on the channel. Todd's sitting over there, and I keep fighting about it. I'm like, you know, when is too many clip strips too many clip strips? What is the thing? And I feel we should just get maybe a waist, maybe every once in a while one on the legs possibly. But Todd says he would do more. And he said he would do more twist ties if he possibly could. I think that's absolutely insanity. I think it's just absolute insanity. And then this tape, we haven't even had a deep conversation about the tape yet, Todd. He's got some of the stickiest, most powerful tape in the world. Dare I say the galaxy, and it's so hard to get everything out of here. But man, it presents well. Nothing falls out of the package. Nothing slips around, that's for sure. But it's a lot of work, as you guys can see right here. Trying to get stuff out of the package, the tape sticking with everything. Oh my gosh, what are we doing here? We got more twist ties on the arm. I missed one. That's the problem. You're going to miss some of these twist ties. You're going to miss some of this tape. Get these hands out of here. And that hand, look how sticky that tape is. Could just hold the whole row right up there very easily. Very easily. Alfred coming out. Now if I can get some of this fine china, this fine British china that Alfred probably brought back from the old country. And I guess it's always the old country. If you lived in a different country at one time and you come to a new country, it's technically the old country. So if I move from America and I move to Australia, one of the places I would only want to go, I would say, well, in the old country, and that would mean, you know, United States. Oh, the old country. There it is. But there's the plastic. See you later. Oh, off the wall. Holy cow, getting crazy here today. Getting crazy here today. All right, let's dive in. And we got a lot to talk about in this one here. Where does one even start with all this stuff? We're going to start with the hands, though. He's got 2 gripping hands out of the package, but man, Alfred, he comes with 2 fists of fury. If he's got to use his special forces stuff, he can easily do that. We will pull that in. Then you got 2 slapping hands. Every once in a while, you guys know those butlers. They get a little sassy. You ever see Mr. Belvedere? That's how butlers usually are, as in my experiences over the years. And Mr. Belvedere will paintbrush Wesley. He'll get any of those guys knocked around if he has to. But you do get the splayed out hands looking good here. Then you do get a little duster, very on brand for a butler here, or maybe more of a maid, like a French maid. You don't see those French maids around much anymore. I guess maybe if you go to France, maybe they're there. I guess in France, all maids are French maids at the end of the day. So it kind of makes sense with all that. But you do get a little duster straight out of French maid action. You get to dust up a little bit there for old Bruce Wayne if he needs to. But now we get down to the main event accessories here. We get the big old serving plate, ready to serve Thanksgiving dinner, ready to do whatever he needs to do right there. I'm here for that. Big old teapot here, of course. He is British. The Brits, they love their tea. I've never been a tea guy. It just doesn't do anything for me. When I was losing my voice about a week ago, I had to drink some of this throat coat stuff. That's what old good friend of the channel, Jeff George, professional musician, of course. I said, what do I got to do to get my voice back on track? And that's what he recommended. That's what I did, and it was absolutely god-awful. I think you got to get a taste for tea. I don't know, but I just chugged it down trying to help my throat. Didn't work. All kinds of issues. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? But the British folks, they do love their tea. Shout out to Britain. Shout out to tea drinkers everywhere. And then you get like a little bit of a, I don't know if this is like a sugar thing. They get a little sugar out of this. I don't know what it is, but it's a little dish. Maybe it could be full of candy. Who knows? I could see some grandpa and grandma hard candies in here. That could be a possibility. Then we get a little bit of a cup, I guess. This is a little cup, a little bowl, very small. All in white, I should mention that. And then you get a little teacup here, a little handle there. Truly, I'm a little teacup at the end of the day. And then you do get a serving plate as well. No food and no pastries, anything like that. That would have been a welcome scene. I guess you can get that out of one of those Five Below sets if you want to. And we unboxed those on the channel if you remember back to that. But plenty of accessories here for Alfred. But now we get down to Alfred. And I don't know if Alfred's the main event or the accessories are. But Alfred looking good. Like I said earlier, looking like a butler. Looking like a conductor of an orchestra. He's got these tails down here. He's got the nice suit going on. Really looking very professional. Very professional. And hopefully he gets paid a lot of money. I think he probably does. But looking good here. Bald up top. Got the horseshoe going around. Like a young Arn Anderson. Shout out to Arn Anderson all day long. Very interesting mustache. How do people get that like V, upside down V mustache? It's just so thin. Bob Dylan had it for a while. It was quite the look for him. And that might be a future Kyle facial hair. I've stuck with this facial hair for a long time. It might be time to go back to the big handlebar Raleigh fingers. I've talked about that in the past. Maybe I can get that back in the saddle again like a young Aerosmith. We'll see. Big black bow tie going on, white undershirt, got the black buttons there, but it's basically just black and white all over throughout here. Hands, of course, can be removable, gripping hands out of the package. But it looks like Alfred. I think if somebody handed me this, I think I would know who this is just from the Batman animated series. You put 2 and 2 together, it's either a conductor or a butler. And there you go, you're off to the races. Of course, articulation arms do go around. Single jointed elbow, oh my gosh, could they be any tighter? Let's break it right here on the channel. Nope, no luck, no breakage, good. We do get elbow, you do get the side-to-side, very Super 7-esque. Hands back and forth. No real waist, just a little bit of movement there. He does get those big old butler splits. Those butlers, they got to be flexible at the end of the day. Very low knees on him, very low knees. Got a lot of thigh. He's all thigh, old Alfred here. And some of the smallest shoes you'd ever see in the world. Very, very small. It's weird. He's like a 6'3" guy, but he wears a size 4, I think, in male shoes. I don't know what's going on there. Very, very small feet on him. Arms do go up to the side as well. Head, back, forth, side to side. Just not tons and tons of movement out of this guy. And I don't believe he is going to fit on a ringside collectible stand. I really wish this line did, because these small feet are absolutely atrocious. Does not fit. It's just very hard to get these guys to stand the way you want them to. And, of course, they will knock each other over. But you can get him there. You can get him there. I don't know if you get all this stuff holding on to him and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to display with him. Probably just the duster. And I might have to get a tighter grip. What are we doing here? He can't even hold this duster in his hands. That's another bad issue here. We don't have a tight grip hand. What are we doing? What are we doing, Todd? You could have fixed that. I don't know. It is what it is. But we'll have to see about this duster. I guess he can't even hold the duster properly. So what are we doing with this line? What are we doing? Don't even get me started on the Condiment King. I'm not done with him this year. There's more to come on that Condiment King. Stay tuned to Kyle Peterson, the first channel, as we do the best and the worst of the year awards. But Alfred Pennyworth kind of is what it is. It's a key character, though, especially with Batman Bruce Wayne. Now I feel like we do need a Bruce Wayne figure to kind of be side by side here. But we do got Batman, at least for now. Quite the size difference between these two as well. Batman big and brooding, Alfred just a little guy at the end of the day. But there it is, Alfred Pennyworth, DC McFarlane Toys, Batman, the animated series, the former DC Direct line, got the color shading, all that kind of stuff. Is what it is. This isn't going to set any worlds on fire. Not going to make any best of lists, I don't think, at the end of the day. But you guys tell me your thoughts on this one. Is it a pickup? Is it a pass? Is it a long game? Is it a no game? Is it a I'm not sure game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Subscribe to both YouTube channels. And don't forget about the Patreon for early access to this video and other videos on the channel. And Patreon, of course, does support the channel. There you go. Pro Wrestling Tees. You can also support the channel over there. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Alfred, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.